Okay guys, so it is Monday, and that also means the start of the week, obviously, and today in England it's pretty hot, and by pretty hot I do mean around 17 degrees, but that does feel quite hot for us anyway. As it is a Monday, I'm not doing my usual trading because obviously I don't really trade on Mondays, especially my intraday trading. Not really interested in any trades, especially looking at NFP last Friday as well. It's not really the greatest day to trade on, the NFP week and then the following Monday. In my opinion, I've never really traded the week after NFP. There's usually massive imbalances, there's big wicks everywhere. It's not really something I'm interested in risking my money on. So I'm just going to film random bits this week because, looking back at my channel, 2 years ago, I was doing day in the lives, week in the lives very frequently, and you guys seem to love them. I remember I was doing like 30-40 minute episodes just on what I was doing that week, trading, just lifestyle, general things, and you guys seem to enjoy it. I feel like the main reason people enjoy it is they obviously see this trader lifestyle online where it's like sit by the pool, drink cocktails, make loads of profit and just chill out. But that's not the reality of it. Obviously, that is part of it, because if you make loads of money, you're going to give yourself the freedom, the time freedom and the financial freedom to do so, but that's not where you make the real money. When you make the real money, you're sat in a dark office like this, curtains closed so you can actually see your screens, and it's not glamorous, let me just tell you that. But I have a few things I actually have to do this week, and one of those is finish the final touches on 60 profit. A lot of people watching this video won't be aware of what 60 profit actually is, so let me just give you a little introduction. And when I posted about it on Instagram and on Twitter, everyone just thought it was a prop firm or a course or signals or whatever, but let me just tell you, it is none of those. It is not a prop firm, it is not signals, and it's not a new course. So what exactly is it? Well, I saw in other industries there were like these challenges, and obviously 60 profit means it's a 60-day challenge. There's going to be weekly themes, so obviously 8 weeks in 60 days, there or thereabouts. So there's going to be 8 weekly themes, and at the start of each week there's going to be a webinar. And these webinars are going to be from some of the best people in the industry. People you wouldn't normally be able to access, but through my contacts, through my network, I can get these people on board to hopefully help you in your trading. Whether it is CEO and founders of the top companies in the industry, the best traders, the best people for risk management, trade management, prop firms, psychology, all the best people that I feel like can help your trading for the better. We'll be giving webinars at the start of each week. And then every single day there's going to be a daily task. So every single day when you log into the 60 Profit dashboard using your members login, you will be able to see the daily task. Then there will also be a detailed description on how that task will actually help your trading. So it's not just me blindly giving you a task and saying, do this. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be do this. And then why are you doing this? Why are you actually doing this task? How is it going to improve your trading for the long term? And the reason I chose 60 days is if you're just doing like a week, 2 weeks, I see a lot of these people do like boot camps where it's like 2-week boot camp, but you can't really change your trading in 2 weeks. I feel like in 2 months, if you're consistently doing the same thing, waking up, what task is it, do the task, complete, you're going to consistently improve every day, and it will also help you set in or get into a routine. If you're doing the same thing every single day, you're going to get into a routine, and you're more likely to know when to trade, have focus during those hours as well, and you can kind of work around it. These tasks are going to be around 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the topic, depending on the task. I chose this sort of time frame because let's say it's something to do with backtesting. You have to do a certain type of backtesting, collect a certain type of data. I don't want it to take 4 or 5 hours for the first task, because not everyone has 4 or 5 hours every single day before the next task actually comes around. 30 minutes to an hour, majority of people actually have that time, 30 minutes a day spare. If you just watch a little bit less TV or you go to bed 10 minutes later or something, it can definitely work out. I feel like it is a great opportunity for people, and obviously later down the line we have additions with, there's going to be live trading where you win prizes based on your trading performance over the 60 days, but that is in upcoming releases, so be sure to check it out. And, if you are interested or have any questions, check out the website down below, 60profit.com, and hopefully that answers all your questions, or just leave them in the comments and I will get back to you on those. But the work I actually need to do on 60 Profit, there's a lot of tasks. So obviously I have 60 tasks to actually develop for the traders, for the members. Obviously it hasn't released yet, so there's no members currently. But then I also have to finish completing the dashboard. I've done everything myself, website development, dashboard, everything. So it's been quite a lot of work, and that's why I haven't really been posting or trading as much. But we're back now, and later in the video I will go through my trading performance for the past couple of months, especially in June, because that's the month we're in right now. And although we are only 33% of the month completed, we have done some trading and it has been quite fruitful, and I'm very, very happy with the results. So currently we're sitting at around just before 2 p.m. on the Monday, and obviously we didn't trade on the session, we've just been doing whatever. But now it is time to work on 60 Profit, get the dashboard fully complete, so then it is very, very simple. So for when I release, people can sign up, they'll get access through their login, and they'll be greeted by a beautiful dashboard. So that is the goal for today. Potentially look at some swing trades, because swing trading Monday doesn't really come into play at all, but a lot of the pairs I've actually been analysing, massive imbalances, and I don't really like to trade off of news imbalances. It's not a great situation when this does occur, but NFP, it's only once a month, so there's only a few days where it actually affects the price action. But yeah, catch you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, so if you just see here on the MyFX book for the swing account, 1.2%, 2.3%, minus 0.89%, which I'm not really too phased about. And then this month we are plus 2.27%. Performance wise, I'm pretty happy. And, we're only 10 days into the month, so this is very, very good gains. And it is my third full month swing trading. So obviously this was a partial month and these 3 were full months. And we are up around 5% on the account. The reason I'm not going up is it shows all like the profits, everything, which I feel like aren't really relevant to results, and that should be kept private for most people that don't want to share that. It's just like asking someone's salary, in my opinion, so that's why that is hidden. But you can see that I've only entered 18 trades over the 4 months, and this is just over 4 trades per month. So actually this is including deposit, so you could be 17 trades. So let's just say around 4 trades per month so far. And a lot of people I see, they're trying to get into so many positions. They're probably entering 1, 2, 3 trades per day, or even, upwards of 5 to 10 trades a week. And obviously if this works for you, that is perfect. But for the best traders I've seen, a lot of the times they aren't trading nearly as much as, the people that are trying to be good traders. And I think that is because of account size. But I feel like if you can get to a point where you realize and you are comfortable with sitting out of the markets and actually waiting, being patient, like now, I could say, okay, there's an imbalance here, I'm going to buy up the imbalance and then I can sell. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait. Okay, let's see what happens. There's not a perfect setup. And if there's not a perfect setup, I'm not going to enter a trade. Whereas a lot of people see an opportunity and they'll try and get into the markets, doesn't quite fit their plan, and then they'll lose and be unsure why they actually lost. So that is the main reason. And you can even look here, I don't show just wins. We had 2 losses here on Euro AUD. Entry here, both fit the plan absolutely perfectly. I'm not going to say, oh, they lost because I didn't follow the plan. And a lot of people actually watching this video would be looking at the trades and say, oh, well, that doesn't look like a good setup. But yet again, it is all dependent on how you trade. So what looks like a good setup for me might not be a good setup for you. So obviously this one was in May. This is one of the losses in May that contributed towards this minus 0.9%. And the good thing is, even though I'm only taking 4 trades per month, I might win 1, lose 3, and I'll still be at break even or slightly under, dependent on how large the win is. And maybe that win might have closed early due to an invalidation, all these different factors. But you see all of this price action over basically a month or 20 to 30 days of price action, and I only had 2 setups. Do you have the patience to look at a whole month of price action and only enter 2 trades? The likelihood is you probably don't. So that is where you are falling short in your trading, and that is what I think is a large reason why people are actually failing in the markets nowadays. If we're looking at AUD CAD, I was in buys from this wick down here, and my TP was, way up here, but price broke this low, which meant the trade was invalid. So I closed out the trade. A lot of people, they'd be like, oh, well, I was at this much profit. Now I don't want to close for less than that because, I've just lost all that money. But you need to realize that if the trade becomes invalid, you need to get out of the trade because it has a higher chance of hitting your stop loss. The trade is valid for a good reason, and the trade is invalid for a good reason. So that is why. And let's say price went up here, and I was like, oh, I should have held the trade because now it's back at the price, and I would have been even more profit. But again, it's all in hindsight. You don't know what's going to happen after you press buy or after you close a trade. So you just have to follow your plan and trust your data collection to see, okay, I've done this multiple times. I've done this hundreds of times before. I trust in it. That's the only thing you should actually be thinking when you're actually looking to get into trades. Another example here, price goes up, it breaks out of the consolidation. We're looking to get an entry on the retest of the consolidation. It slightly misses. Obviously, it's a 4-hour time frame, so that is quite a few pips. But a lot of people, when they see price coming down to their entry, they can't wait. So they either enter early, or they'll just end up moving their risk to reward up so they can try and get into the trade. But that's not what we want. So we just let the trade run. And I know it is annoying seeing price come close to your entry when your analysis works perfectly and then goes to take profit. But that's trading, and that is life, and there's not really much we can do about it apart from just accept it and move on. If you're caught up on a single trade and you're being emotional about it, then that can either end in two ways: a big loss or a trade mismanagement. Trade mismanagement, you manage it incorrectly, you end up losing money. You could end up winning money, but it's not great if you have mismanaged. Or a big loss, a lot of people aren't really acceptant of bad decisions or bad trades. A lot of the times they just want it to win and think that they can't possibly have lost, and then they end up losing big. So those are the two outcomes which you don't want to happen, and that is why I do feel like just making small gains every single month consistently will always outweigh these traders that are trying to trade every single minute of the day to try and maximize their profits. Okay guys, so it is the Tuesday now, and I am in a trade currently running at around 1.5% profit on GU. It's been quite sideways on GU, and I haven't really had many trades, but I guess that's life. That's just trading for you. And as I showed you in the previous clip when I was on the charts, you can't expect and force trades. If there's not a trade there and it doesn't fit your plan, that's completely fine, and you just have to accept that. So that's what we did. We accepted it. Like yesterday, we didn't have any trades, and then today had a nice setup, and hopefully close for some profits. It is kind of struggling to break the high, so if it doesn't actually break this high, we will close out ideally for around 2% profit, but we will see if it does break the high or not, which I'll obviously let you know. But if it doesn't, then I'll obviously close out. If it does, great, we'll hit take profit for 3%. But yeah, again, we need to see with that one, and I'll definitely let you know. But what I've actually done today is I went on a walk. Again, if you're not exercising whilst trading, it can be quite difficult, because also for your health as well. Because let's say you're sat at the desk all day, you think it's more productive for your trading if you're sat there backtesting, journaling, from when you wake up to when you go to bed. This can be quite bad. Firstly, you'll get burnt out, and getting burnt out is the last thing you want in your trading. It makes you just not want to do it anymore. And secondly, your eyes will start burning because you'll just be staring at the charts for hours and hours and hours, and also you'll become very unfit. There are certain points when I was learning to trade where I barely even left my office. And again, this wasn't great because it means that you're just sat there just stagnant pretty much. And again, it's common sense to know that isn't very good. So went on a walk. Usually I play tennis, play golf, that sort of thing. But yeah, today I went on a walk, got some food, made some lunch, nice bit of chicken. You can't beat chicken. And then yeah, we got into the trade before that. So at around, I think it was around 10 or 11 a.m. So, but yeah, will be interesting to see how that trade plays out. But this evening, what I'm doing is simply making some dinner, and then I guess some more work. You know, some more work, maybe an episode of Made in Chelsea. You know, I am addicted. It sounds bad to say, but it's drawn me in, and you know, I can't get out. But it's entertainment. You've got to have a little bit of fun in your life, you know. But yeah, hopefully some more like vlog style videos, actually doing things, are coming out soon. This week is more of like a work week, so that's why everything you see will be work or trading related, unless I actually do something special. But the videos coming out in the next month or so will hopefully be a lot more exciting. Going to do a lot of things, hopefully. Maybe some trips that I will film as well. So be sure to look out for those on the channel. Okay guys, so we did actually close GU at the top here, and we closed out for around 2.7% profit, which is a pretty good trade in my opinion. The account so far this month on the intraday account is up around just over 7%, and the swing account is at around 2.3, 2.4%, I'm pretty sure, just off the top of my head. But it's been a good month so far, and we are only, I think, 14 days into the month. So halfway through the month, or less than halfway through the month, and we're already at decent profits. So I had a meeting yesterday, about 60 profit. This weekend, going to London, a few days in London, business, of course, and then back to trading the following week. It is Friday today, and if we actually go to current price, you'll see that we had massive news, which I'm pretty sure was CPI. Yeah, it was on the Wednesday. And then obviously now we are getting this meltdown during London session on the Friday. So that is all I have to update so far. So more videos coming soon, and hopefully some more lovely profits.